Hey everyone, Samuel from TechWithSam here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you are like 70% of us in the community right now, you are keen deep in building clear UIs with Flutter, some animations, some flows, but in that backend, it's like a nightmare. Switching to JavaScript for Node, writing Firebase quotas, or even debugging deployments 502s at 2 a.m. you can imagine, and even have to wait for the backend dev before you can progress your own personal tasks. Yeah, I've been there. So one of the top questions on Stack Overflow is, how do I build a backend without leaving that? And one of the very awesome solutions we have out there is Serverpod. And Serverpod provides the definite answer, establishing itself as the open source solution that makes full stack that a crucial skill for developer in the coming years. Having to deal with clients and even with companies want to have their features shipped out in less time. Work on a project, work on a particular task and ship out the feature as soon as possible. They don't want to say, oh, this is why I'm being delayed, this is why I'm being delayed. And that's where having backend skills comes in. And even instead of you having to learn a new language entirely, why not just stick with the one you're heading on, which is that, and just build your backend solution with it. So Serverpod eliminates the language mismatch between front-end, Flutter, and backend development. And when it comes to Serverpod, it's open source powers that is making full stack that in 2025, even in years to come, a must have, because you must have this skill of a backend developer for you to actually scale in the coming years with this AI age. So it's scalable backend solution, seamless Flutter integration is built by the community. So in this tutorial series, we'll be working on a fintech to-do app. So we'll be building a real-world fintech to-do application from scratch to showcase Serverpod capabilities. So the features, the 3 points that I have here is secure task management, cloud-ready deployment, real-time update, and many more that you get to see when you follow this tutorial. So if you are still enjoying the video till now, make sure you click on the like button, make sure you subscribe to stay updated, turn on the notification as well, and also drop a comment if you have any question. So why full stack that in 2025? The first thing is industry shift. Mobile development is shifting towards AI enhanced and real-time applications. You could imagine that everything is on fast pace now. You must be able to build and launch, as fast as possible. No delay this is what is not delayed, that is, this is what is stopping my progress and all sorts. So there's a lot of shift in the industry right now with the advancement of AI. AI is learning every day, so as developer, and a developer that wants to be relevant in the nearest future must be up and doing. You must have all the required skill for you to be relevant in the coming years. So critical year 2025 will determine whether full stack that becomes the industry standard. And we can see from the chart here, the developer challenge, 80% of Flutter pros still juggle backend in JS or Python. A lot of Flutter pros knows a lot of languages, so they have to juggle between using PHP, JavaScript, Python, and the like, just to write backend languages. So some of the consequences relates to bugs from language mismatch. Imagine you are so used to Flutter, you have been using .dat, the extension name, but when you switch to backend, you are writing JavaScript or Python, and you mistakenly use .dat in your Python code. That's like code mismatch, language mismatch. We have slower iteration time for you to switch, the thinking, and all sorts complex maintenance cost as well. It will require a lot of time. It's just like what Flutter solve basically, that is it's just like cross-platform development. Writing your code once, having it deployed on all platforms. That's the solution that we have here as well. Instead of you switching between different languages, why not just stick with one language and have everything whatsoever that you need? That's what Serverpod is all about. So the Serverpod Advantage, if you go to the website serverpod.dev, you can go and read through all this. Is pretty straightforward, no waste of time. So what is the advantage of Serverpod? We have other backend solution as well. First is development time reduction by 40%, average development time reduction. So the traditional approach, a lot of people spend more time trying to deploy and all sorts, but with Serverpod there's reduction, there's scalability for small projects to supporting millions of users, no code changes required, no vendor logged in. Imagine using a platform and the platform just decided to shut down one day and you have nothing to do about it because it's not open source. So Serverpod is open source solution for that supported environment. So it's like a community something, just like how we have Flutter itself. So it's a community based, so a lot of people support it and a lot of people contribute to it as well. We have Docker deployment as well. So Docker handles traffic spike like Black Friday. I'm sure we all are aware of Black Friday's trade with ease. We have integrated monitoring, built-in logs, error monitoring, and database management. There's a software that we are going to be downloading when we are moving into setup and installation. There's a monitoring software that you'll be able to use to track all the things that is happening behind the scene. So we have top 5 community questions solved. First, that backend alternative to Node. So Serverpod offers a seamless native backend solution that integrates effortlessly with Flutter, eliminating the need for Node.js or other backend languages. The second one we have here is real-time without extra leaps. Real-time communication with baked directly into Serverpod through WebSockets, simplifying live data streaming without requiring additional libraries. And third point, secure for production. Serverpod provides out-of-the-box support for secure authentication, including JWT and social login, ready for production environment. In case you are not aware what JWT, that's JSON Web Token. That is a secure way for authentication. Then the fourth point I have here, scaling API for fintech and other amazing industrial day for high demand application like fintech that deals with money. Serverpod built-in caching and ORM. ORM simply means object relational management. We are going to be looking into it very shortly. Effectively handle API scaling and database integration. And 2025, easy deploys without FIFO. Serverpod ensures stable deployment with integrated health check and a monitoring dashboard help to prevent quickly resolve issues like 502. If you go to the website, we have some of the features. We have health check here. So health check will check, like it's just like when you go to a doctor, it will monitor the database. It's not that you are using, so it will check everything. And we have the monitor in real time to check everything that is going on, if there's any error and all sorts. So what is Serverpod? Just like we have these very big text on their website, the missing server for Flutter. So Serverpod is the missing backend for Flutter, a scalable open source application server written entirely in that handles everything from API to databases without forcing you into another language. So it's that native. It is written entirely in that. It follows the best practices you love without any weird syntax surprises. Seamless integration is just like when you are using, for example, Firebase. So you can integrate it seamlessly. It works effortlessly with Flutter app, managing everything from API to database without requiring developer to switch programming language. So it's cloud ready, free to host everything that runs, with support for Docker deployment and cloud native applications. So one of the key features is automatic code generation. When you write a function, you can easily generate the code with Serverpod generate. During installation, you get to know how to go about that. So Serverpod automatic code generation eliminates boilerplate code, enabling type safe and non-safe remote method code that feels like local functions core. So we have the example here, server code methods, we have the client side core. So once you write the code, you auto generate it, then you have the example here. So it's type safe, is non-safe, and zero boilerplate. So some key features also, powerful ORM for Postgres. So what is an ORM? Object relational mappers that translates between databases, tables, and data objects, eliminating the need for raw SQL or SQL. So it's just like the example we have here, simplified database query, the traditional SQL approach. Select, this, if you have learn SQL before, you know this is select all from to-dos where ID is equal to this particular ID. So this is just like selecting from a particular table. So instead of doing all this SQL keyword and all, we have your normal that stuff that you can use to fetch from database straight up. Native data types, type safety, enhanced productivity. No need for learning something outside the box. So built-in solution for reward apps. So first we have the authentication, social logins, email and password, GWT util as well. We have real-time WebSockets, we have task scheduling, we have file uploads, we have distributed caching, and we have logging and monitoring. The feature with Flutter and Serverpod. So with rapid development, even though we have other solutions like Firebase, trust me, I see Firebase till now. Even on almost all my projects, I use Firebase, but I've used Serverpod as well. Try to see how it works and see the potential in it. And one of the key features is it's a community project and it's built by the community, so it's very futuristic. So rapid development in 2025 with the latest Flutter version introducing advanced edge AI tools. Serverpod empowers developers to rapidly prototype full application in days, not weeks. That is, you prototype your apps in days. Seamless integration between front-end and back-end development. You have your front-end, your server, your back-end, everything in a project folder. And instead of you switching between one folder, between front-end folder, back-end folder, or you have everything in a single project, whereas you can switch files and change whatsoever that needs to be changed. It's cross-platform development with consistent development experience. And future potential, Serverpod 2.0 that was recently launched with enterprise capability makes it the perfect solution for advanced AI integration. Leverage Flutter Edge AI tools for on-device machine learning, scalable architecture, build cloud-native application that scale from prototype to production. Developer experience, one language, one team, one mindset, cutting dev time by 40%. Just like I mentioned earlier, it's just like the solution Flutter is solving. I mean, one core base, all platform, cross-platform. That's what Serverpod is all about. One code base, one team, one mindset, scalable solution. Instead of switching between backend solution, this and that, you have everything in a code base. No more switching from backend language, no more just writing UIs, no more just playing around with UIs, but building functional application. And that is what we'll be doing. So this is not an hype, it's the future for this building cross-platform. And if you want to be relevant in the nearest future, you must, is a must at this point, you must be ready to up your games and your skill. So that will be, so you can head over to serverpod.dev to check out the website, read through it, get to know more about it. You can sign up, although we'll see the next video will be about setup and installation. So make sure you check the next video out. Make sure you join my Discord server. The link is in the description below. This is where I'll be answering most questions as well. Make sure you join the Discord server and you can drop a comment in the comment section below and let's have some discussion. If you have any opinion or whatsoever, make sure you drop a comment in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe so that the YouTube algorithm can show more people, and see you in the next video. Bye.